Today we're going to look at the active and the passive voice. And we're going to look at what the active and the passive mean and the form. And we're going to begin with the mystery of the cookie jar. Now all of you are familiar with a cookie jar or a bag of cookies, and you look and you say, they're cookies. My friends are coming over. I'll have lots of cookies for my friends. And then suddenly you go back to get the cookies when your friends are there, and suddenly what happened? There are no cookies left. A cookie was stolen. It's gone. It's been taken. What in the world am I going to do? That cookie thief belongs in jail. It was John who stole the cookie. He took it, and the thief has been put in jail. So if we look at our little story, we start with John stole the cookie. We know that it was John who did the action. He took it. And then we begin, and the thief has been put in jail. Well, who put him in jail? Well, the courts, the police. Focus here is what happened to the thief. Or if we look at this picture, the picture of the tsunami, our focus is on what happened. So we can say the village was flooded by the sea waters. Cars and trucks were carried away by the sea. The road was severely damaged. In each case, it's the focus of what happened to the village, what happened to the cars and trucks, and what happened to the road. When we're making our focus on the village, the cars, and the road, in other words, what happened to them, we use the passive voice. Let's take a closer look at the focus of the action. So if we read the first sentence, in the 1990s, university researchers and scientists and biotechnology companies made considerable progress in the field of gene therapy. We're focusing on what the university researchers and scientists did. What did they do? They made considerable progress. Let's look at the next sentence on the same topic, but it's a little bit different. In the 1990s, considerable progress was made in the field of gene therapy. Now, what happened here? The focus isn't on the university researchers and scientists, but rather on the progress. And if we look here, it was made. Made, was made. Here we have active, here we have passive. And let's look at the final sentence. In the 1990s, considerable progress was made in the field of gene therapy by university researchers and scientists. So here we put the ideas from here and here together. But the focus remains on the progress, but we also know who did it. By university researchers and scientists. And if we focus on the form of the verb, in the active form, it's made. Here we use a form of was made, a form of the verb to be, and the third form of the verb, and the same here. And here we can look at the language. We have always a form of the verb of be, which can be am or is or are, was and were in the past, and present progressive being, been for third form, and the third form of the verb, given, made, known, assessed, considered. You can find out more about that on these two websites, and there's also a page on the site. So again, we have to look and see how the active and the passive are used together to tell a story. Let's look at the first one. Mary saw a terrible accident on her way home. The focus here is on Mary. Saw. What she saw. A boy had been knocked down by a bus. So here the boy didn't do something. The bus did it. The bus knocked down the boy. He, the boy, had to be given medical help. So, again, where was the action? The boy didn't do the action. The action was done on the boy, obviously by paramedics, before he could be taken to the hospital. Again, the action is on the boy. Who took him to the hospital? Well, we can assume that it was an ambulance. Let's look at another one. It has been conclusively shown. Okay? It has been. Here, this is very, very common. We don't really know the it, but in general, someone showed something. And this is very common when we don't want to say who did the action. Maybe the action isn't, who did the action isn't that important, or it's been done by so many different people we can't point to one specific person, or perhaps it's irrelevant, like the cookie jar. All these factors have been proven to the development of the disease. Again, the focus is on the factors. As a result, health insurance rates were raised. Again, what was the action? The action was raised by someone, and the action was done to the insurance rates. Again, last year, to cover the care that is needed. Again, care is our focus of action. And many times here we don't know, but we can assume, we can understand from the context who does the action. But the who, the person who did, or the body, or the group that did the action, isn't important. It's more important what happened, what was done. So if you ever have a question, can I figure it out? If you can insert by zombies after the word and after the verb, you've got the passive voice. So there are a few more videos to watch and lots of practice on the site, so get to it.